Welcome to Answers from the Universe and the Andronicus transmissions on Wolf Spirit Radio, Ever Beyond Radio, and Studio 9 Jam on YouTube. With your host, Jessica Ariel Morocco, featuring JP as the voice of Andronicus. Please visit www.readingsbyrael.com, that's A-R-A-E-L.
From the future, by way of the past, I bought my ticket for the 15th century. We started moving through a hole in history.
You're listening to Wolf Spirit Radio.
Hello everyone, and thank you for being here today. Thank you. It's a wonderful day, and as usual, lots of things happening, and we're going to have a really great show today. We'll have Peter the Insider's joining us on the second hour, and I believe we'll be talking about the surrogate program. So stay tuned for that. You're not going to want to miss and learning more about some of these programs, projects, anything that's been coming out from Monarch that has already been established, that these things have been ongoing. It's just we didn't know what they were. We thought, well, after a while you have all this strange stuff, you think it's normal, but it's not. So we're going to have more of a discussion on that, and also to let everyone know that if anyone wants to join the Zoom room and we can do a meet and greet and get to see everyone. There'll probably be some questions, and we love for people to come in and just say hello. And it's great to kind of meet the community and see one another and see those that are involved in chat. So come on in and say hello today. That's directly after the class. It's going to be in the Zoom room. That will be mentioned when we go into. It will be in the chat room at Wolf Spirit Radio. So if you want to be involved, just go into the chat room in Wolf Spirit Radio and click on it, and it'll bring you right over.
Okay, Jess. People, I left the pre-record here from last week. I didn't update the scheduler, so it's going to take a minute or so before people catch up with us in real time. But we're now here on Answers from the Universe in real time, not as a pre-record, because that was what was in the device, just the automation. So, and of course, people will hear the announcements that you've just made as we when they listen to the replays. So we're here, we're here now.
Well, that's good, because, that's all it keeps me from having to repeat it again. And, so all is good. It's all good. And, like I said earlier, is these projects that have been going on for a while, we want to continue to expose these projects. So there's a tendency, JP, for people to assume that something is normal when it's not. Just because they're accustomed to it.
Yeah, that's what we call normalization, and we can see that through the transgender thing is trying to normalize a particular attitude towards the human body. It doesn't matter if born with the bits, we can cut them off and sew them on, we can sew on anything we want, we can cut them off anything we want. It's just a thing, it's not important. It's minimizing the sacredness of the human temple.
Right.
And normalizing surgery. And the whole thing about plastic surgery as well, all these, celebs doing all the plastic stuff, and then, with, Angela Jolie, with what she did, and just in case I have breast cancer, I'll have my breast removed. What a great idea. How stupid is that? I mean, I don't know. Do you get my point?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So there's no, like you said, there's nothing sacred at the body. It's just, the nip tuck and cut and, injections in all of these other things that are not natural, instead of people just taking care of themselves and just loving who they are and why they choose to be here in this form, you know. And, because you did choose, you know, and then if you changed your mind, you know, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people wish that they don't look a certain way or wish they didn't have certain attributes. They don't like their nose, they don't like their hair color, there's certain things that we change. But in truth is because we don't love ourselves and who we are, that we want to be something else. It's really the ultimate problem, and this whole thing of making people feel that they have to look a certain way, be a certain way, that's all wrong too. You know, to any extreme. To any extreme where it's dangerous or unhealthy, even to the next generations, for them to say, well, you know what, I think I want this, I want that. I want to tell you about this civilization that I saw in the future, JP.
Shall I do the noise? Shall I get the sound? No, please.
Get the sound.
Yeah, let's
do it.
Let's employ the time machine.
I had this full visual of this civilization. I don't know exactly where it's at, but people were changing their skin tone and their melanin like a designer color. They were also doing that with their eyes, and they were extremely, you know, they were somewhat lean, like they ate healthy, but they had like this whole look about them that was very different. And I remember these like scooter skateboards that they were riding up on the side of these buildings. And it was just really, really weird. It was very, very fun, very strange looking. And people had, you know, it was almost like going to a salon. You know, what color would you like to be today? And I think it eliminated, or maybe it was brought on from the whole the race issue, and the color of one's skin really didn't matter because people were doing these designer colors. And the indigo color was very strong too. There was another part of that area where I remember seeing that the earth looked like a clay color, like a reddish clay, and I saw a bunch of children dressed in indigo robes, and they were the gifted children, and they would all go to this place where they were kind of levitating and doing all sorts of things that would defy gravity, but many of them had telekinesis and other gifts and abilities, and they were there to learn. I don't know when this is.
Yeah. This sounds a little like the Andromedan ship that Alex Collier was talking about. Certainly with the children who were experimenting, doing various things like that. And the whole changing the skin tone color, that sounds, it sounds a lot less permanent than being born into a particular skin color.
Yeah. But it also seemed like it wasn't toxic. It just was, they figured out a way to work with the melanin of the skin. And I mean, there people were purple, there were blue, there were orange, and green. It was really weird.
I wouldn't mind going back to being blue. I think I was I think blue is quite a good hue for a human.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, I know the Celts like to paint themselves that color, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Up here.
Yeah.
In the Woad. Yeah.
And you know, Shiva's blue, Krishna's blue.
Yep.
Vega, they're blue on Vega.
Papa Smurf. You Dutch people. We've been infected by the Smurfs, you know. People taking too much colloidal
What do you mean,
silver.
you Dutch people? Who said that?
Cafe Racer.
Oh.
Actually, no, it wasn't, it was not Dutch, it was Swedish, weren't they, or Norwegian? I think the Smurfs were Norway. Don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come on, guys. Ken, we'll
have to ask Ken.
Yeah, he's there. He said,
He's there.
I've just insulted all the LGBTQT booby and all that lot. I don't mind, well,
The alphabet.
I'm being very, what's the word, egalitarian and insulting everybody. All the humans. You humans with with your legs and your feet and things, Oh, the Smurfs from Andromeda. Oh, the Smurfs are from Finland. Finland. I have to put that on later.
These are crucial pieces of information that we might need someday.
Yeah, you never know. Oh,
just to know the origin of a Smurf.
Yeah. But you know what the Smurfs are? Did you see the Smurfs?
Yeah, of course.
Because it was a thing, wasn't it?
It was. I liked them, but there's actually a private school nearby that they wear. I guess they wear this bright blue color, and I guess that they changed the color because they were called the Smurfs by their brother college, the other college, not the other college, the other high school, private school that was in another area.
Yeah.
Right. So I won't name it, but it was, whatever. I like the bright blue color after all, but anyhow. So this reality, it was a very strange reality. It was a fun reality. It looked like they had it together, that they didn't have all the wars and the crises and the pollution and the problems, and they were just there to enjoy it. It's kind of a convergence of Star Wars, Tron, and I don't know, what do you call it? That galaxy? There's something of the universe.
The Hitchhiker's Guide.
No, not the Hitchhiker's Guide.
No.
I can't think of it. It's one of the newer shows. It's very funny.
Oh, right, okay.
No.
Fringe.
No.
Well, look.
Someone will come up with it.
Our lives are becoming increasingly more like those science fiction programs we watched when we were kids. We got people like Captain Max around, and our lives are becoming very involved in the leading edge of strange, and it's quite an interesting place to be, to see what is kind of popping out of the strange oven, or whatever. Meanwhile, shall we? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Someone put it in there.
Yeah, Paul's after on it. Some of this.
Thanks, Paul.
And the Smurfs are Belgian, apparently.
Oh, now they're Belgian. Everyone's just passing them around.
That's right, chucking it there. It's because they're little. Here, have a Smurf. There. No, we are Finland. Take them, Sweden. We don't want them either. Oh, that sounds very German. Here, you keep them, you Belgians. You bloody Belgians. You don't even know how to eat chips.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have hate letters. You're such a racist. But it's like, I guess is that the place where all the Europeans, when that part of the world, when they just want to get rid of something or blame someone, it goes to Belgium? Is that what happens?
Probably. Actually, okay. Belgium, in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Belgium was a swear word.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm sure we're going to have some complaints at some point.
Somebody's going to complain about me in this show. So,
yes.
Moving on in our non-politically or even emotionally correct way.
Andronicus is first.
Andronicus, how is the old fellow? Let's have a quick look. Who is it? I watched the film with Will Ferrell, Anchorman. You've seen Anchorman?
Anchorman, yes, of course.
So,
Ron Burgundy?
Yeah, Ron Burgundy. Found out that he was based on a real character. I posted on Facebook a little piece with that original, the character that he was made from. Obviously, he wasn't as crassly sexist and racist and everything as Ron Burgundy was, but he did have that sort of ego quality, and he did have the voice. He had the great voice. He did have a great voice.
Yeah,
So,
no, he was funny.
Meanwhile, back in Andromeda. I'm still building my city and wish you could come and see it. It has golden structures of glass fortresses. It all looks like ice, conical and circular. I have sliding stairs and rainbow reflections. It's like jewels in the sun, how I tempered the glass to retain such a display of colors. I hope humans will come here someday. I hope you will come here someday, Suma. I know you would love it. I also created a city down below the ground. It is rich in mineral stones and carefully labyrinthed down into the depths of the planet. I have shelters and homes for many. I have shelters and homes up above. One day this place will be discovered, and I will work on it until I grow old, or until it is completed as I would like it to be. The work isn't heavy to me. It is a place for me to dream about what things can look like. I dream about what civilizations can look like. Do you realize that your present civilization began with someone's dream? There have been many dreamers on your planet who brought in so many forms of civilizations. I don't know why things turn as they do. Somewhere, somehow, they seem to head in the wrong direction, and then it all ends.
I always wondered about that. Why civilizations end. Why people go to war. Why no one seems to care. Why systems control people like cattle. None of it ever made any sense to me. The whys go on and on. We want to understand all of this.
Because many of us are in pain and full of sorrow from our journeys. You experience what we experience. We know what you feel. You get to experience your lives as we did. In the midst of it all, it helps you to balance life and death, peace and pain, joy and sorrow. I give you nothing more or less than what is there for all of us. The challenges of life that build our understanding about what it took to craft a universe into being. Is it not the breath of life that formed many chambers of existence in the depths within the water, making a pocket of time stand still as the blast of eternal wind moved forward? Nothing can let go of the fear of being or the fear of not being. It was breathed into our existence. The fire that lit the flame is one and the same. You see, you feel what was felt when the fortresses of time were built. And so, I ramble on further, my sweet Suma, setting my code into time and space and leaving my emotions of what I felt. With this I bring love, hope, excitement and new beginnings. And this time, positive endings. Come and visit me again. Much love and trust. Oh.
Yeah.
Short and rather poignant. Yeah. So he's building a city.
Yeah, he has, this creative spell where he kind of, no one's around, but he's thoughtful. He's thinking about how he wants to create something for a future. But what was interesting about this, and I see that they're all creators. They're all doing different things, and he's allowing himself to grow old, I think, in this place, probably to kind of carve his way through it, and then enjoy it. Maybe, hopefully, he seems to be positive and less frustrated as he was earlier when he said he just wanted to be alone. And then I think about what he said, particularly about how when things were being created, there was emotions. And so that we have these emotions and we don't know where they come from, and they seem to be ever present. And part of it is you see that, as a reader, someone that deals with, whether it's mediumship or seeing past lives or psychic information, all of this stuff comes out and is revealed to me. And I noticed that people, regardless of how much I talk to them, always have this fear of death. And they have a fear of life. You know, what happens if this happens? What happens if that happens? And it just goes on. And so there's always this level of fear of the unknown. But essentially what he's saying, Andronicus is saying, is that as they're moving through time and space, they're imprinting and creating while they're having the same emotions of the uncertainty of what's ahead. Because they're the ones that are actually paving it. So it made a lot of sense to me.
So they're just as messed up as we are, and they're muddling through, and that's what they're they're saying that's what we're going to have to do as well. Huh? Kind of.
Well, they're saying that we're picking up whatever that feeling was when they're going through and creating. So if there's uncertainty as to whether something's going to work or not, there's a level of uncertainty that's actually in the energy field that in the process of creating it. So galactically we are feeling some of the different things that were felt while it was in creation mode. I just thought that was very interesting. I'm sure they have much more knowing and understanding and less fear, the type of fear that we would have. But there must be apprehensions and other things that go along with it. I don't know, I thought it was interesting. He called it a code. He said he's setting my code into time and space and leaving my emotions of what I felt. He wanted to leave that. It's his imprint and his signature.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. So
let's go on to, Rhodan's on vacation or something. He's here, but tell me about it.
All right. Okay. So quick. Looks like a very quick Rhodan today. Here we go.
Yes.
I'll come to a place to collect my thoughts. Spend time with family and friends. But this never lasts long. So much to do and never enough to suffice what is needed. A strong wind blew across the galaxy. The sun is beginning to awaken after a long, hard rest. I believe Quasar has something to do with all of this. I see that he is turning in his mind, changing time and space, altering things for the better. He has been quite busy and I don't know what to expect for an outcome, but feel positive that all will be well.
How much is he changing and why?
He feels that too many had come in and altered the original intention for this civilization, and is best to wait and see. Meanwhile, I shall restore myself a bit, taking the sun and lavish experience of the bountiful earth. I shall run through the waterfalls and dance in the shallow water of the ponds. I will drink of the elixir of life and the life-giving waters of eternal souls. All of what a human needs is already here. The eternal living waters are already within you. It was shared with you long ago. Enjoy your soul's journey and you will live longer, be wiser and have an abundance of love that is immeasurable. See from within and then experience life from outside of your soul. I see.
Yeah. So he's sort of taking it in while Quasar is out making some changes. So there seems to be kind of a process that's just going on, that's altering things, gently, maybe resetting us to where we should be, as things have been altered contrary to that. I think that our original intention on the planet was altered, and that we were starting to believe, here again, we were told that we were to be controlled, that we needed to be micromanaged by these rulers, these governments, these corporations. And they're just trying to reset everything and remind us that we don't need to be, and reset the gateways that lead to the upper levels of dimensions, and helping humanity to go exactly where they should be going. So it's all a process. But in the process, people would talk about how, the Arcturians are going to come here and help, and then they're going to shut everything down. They're going to shut down the grids, or, other ones have talked about this, that the Pleiadians were going to do it. And here's Quasar, he's coming in, and he doesn't have to shut down anything. Nothing needs to be shut down. All we need to do is just be here, and if anyone does shut anything down, they're going to be actually hurting the cause, not helping. So I just want to put that out there and remind people, those that are listening, and those, of course, we have our star people that are listening to the show as well, and I'm asking them to not tamper anymore with what's going on the planet, and allow the things to happen organically and naturally as they should, and allow those that actually understand the way that the galaxy and the universe is created, and to reset things, whether it's quantumly or galactically, back to their normal state. So none of the other, governments, other ETs, none of your other efforts are really going to help us if it is affecting people and shutting things down, whether it's levels of communication on the internet or any type of electrical connections, and anything, even trying to create these exaggerated solar flares, which I don't believe are just directly coming from the sun, but actually are enhanced by ETs. So, just asking for that there's peacefulness, and that they step back and do the right thing and not interfere any longer. So that's my personal message. And with that, I think I'd like to just take a music break.
Should we do Meetis first then?
No, I'd like to do a music break. We'll come back to Meetis.
Okay.
We'll do the Led Zeppelin, That's the Way.
That's the Way. Got the Brownian Stomp. That's the one I haven't got there. Okay, hang on a second. Back to the desktop. The Led Zeppelin. That's the Way. Old school. There we go.
Yeah. From Earl Court.
That one's not loading.
1975.
That one doesn't load. All right.
Alright, so, alright, shut that off.
The flavors of America's top barbecue region.
That was commercial time. Let's
Can we play Eddie Vedder? Oh, the Bronio Stomp.
We could play Eddie Vedder, yeah, sure. And we are back, and we had, I'm happy to be here, as I said. And we're going to go on to Meetis next. But, I was just talking to JP. JP has an interesting T-shirt on today. Almost says my name. From Morocco.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I didn't connect that bit either. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, cause I'm thinking, it's a green pentacle, a 5-pointed star on a red background, and I'm thinking, look, yeah, he's all witty, and of course, Jessica is attracted to the word with almost her name on it, Morocco, so it's M-A-R-O-C in big letters. So, yeah, there you go. I don't look at the logos, I just saw a big pile of white t-shirts, and I put my hand in it, and pulled it back. It's time for a white t-shirt today, so there you go. Oh my God!
Well,
look what Meetis says later on. You'll find out.
Well, the whole thing with my connection to Edgar Allan Poe is that I kept on hearing from him. I wrote my first book, Macabre, Short Stories and Poems from the Other Side. And it's just a bunch of short stories in there. And it's, I think I self-published it on Amazon, but it's a great book. This is all channeled information. And then at the end I said, all right, now you have to show me who has given me all this information. It was Edgar Allan Poe. And he said, I was your husband. And I said, oh my gosh, I couldn't hardly believe any of it. So I went to this library, which is in Connecticut at, I'm trying to think of university. What university was it? Anyhow, it was one of the Ivy League universities, and I go into this Atheneum library, and I actually see the desk where he sat from on an upper level loft area. I sat down by the desk in the chair and looked to my right, and there were all these books. There were about 7 books or so that had my last name on it, or I had the name Morocco on it. And one of them almost spelled my name perfectly with an A. It was M-A. I thought, that is really weird. So, before Meetis and Andronicus and Rhodan, I was talking to Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh.
Here.
Nevermore. Have you, I did. I read a poem for you, didn't I? Didn't I put a poem over music?
I think so, yeah.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe I'll dig that out.
I know, you know some really cool stuff that we did.
We've done some amazing stuff.
I know.
Yeah. Well, good things. Fabulous. So, you absolutely
keep on
deserve.
Track here.
Yeah, but just to say, you absolutely deserve a few weeks break, as many as you like.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
So either we're not sure yet if we're going to try to do a pre-record, but I will be gone for 2 weeks, and I'm not saying
no.
just taking a break, and So if anyone's listening to the show or whatever, and expecting to hear the show, we'll either do a pre-record or we'll have one of the archive shows playing. So I hope everyone understands. But I do need to have a little bit of a break, and as much as I enjoy doing the show now. So, and JP could use a little break too.
Well, there's the eclipse going. Are you going to be away during the eclipse thing?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So,
right.
because Frank wants to do he wants to do a special show during the eclipse. Frank Jordan and the World Healers Group. So, and I was thinking, oh no, it's going to clash with Answers from New. So it may be that we'll use the time to do, deep prayer and meditation. You never know.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. So, there we go. We'll be, we've got slightly different, programming or deprogramming in the next couple of weeks, but, we'll ride all the changes. It's been quite exciting, and we've got lots of material to play and play and play and play. So, let me just go and grab Lara.
Your guitar?
Yes. No. Is this the one I put? No, this is not. I put a new set of strings on one of them, the other day. Not this one. This one's gone quite mellow, but that's quite nice. So these strings last. They take a while to bed in, and then they last a while, and then they start snapping. And it's that sweet how long you can make that middle bit last. That's the good thing about a guitar. Now, where are we? Hello, my flower. Delightful to see and hear from you. Tell me, my love, why is it that we all have our struggles and sorrows? I've had my share as well. There was a time I longed to return home, so far away from this planet. I saw you before I left. I never told you I did leave for a while.
Do you mean the time when I saw you were a little boy?
Yes, I was lonely and sad. I didn't feel any love here on this planet. I truly wanted to be home where there was love. I know you know what I'm talking about. You've had thoughts like that as well. Many of us remember another place feel this way. Many who know they came to this planet as a visitor and then stumbled upon the many heartaches of planet Earth. It's not easy for our kind to be here. We do typically greet one another with a smile and love. Happiness is not expected, but deep heartbreak isn't either. Tell me, what colour is your dress today?
It's pink.
I see. You are bright and cheerful. I'm trembling, my love. I don't feel very well. This is not my typical self.
Are you not well, Meetis?
I'm afraid it's the tincture I took earlier. It came highly recommended, but not expected. I'm beginning to wonder if he was trying to poison me. That brings me to two potential dilemmas. The first is that he highly dislikes me, and the second, well, I'm immortal and I can't die. So then I would need to fake my death, or they will know I'm something other than human. Any suggestions?
How bad is it, Meetis?
I'm feeling very ill, but not losing it altogether. A bit dizzy, maybe. The hot sweats, dry mouth, and dull headache.
Can you drink some water and purge it from your system?
No, Mark. I can just make it go away. There now, that feels better.
Tell me, what did you do?
I had a bit of whiskey that'll kill anything. Let me tell you, this side of London's become a tough neighbourhood. I've had to be much more mindful these days. I had 2 attempted robberies on my person, and a lady of the night followed me home, begging for some shelter and for some fun. I feel saddened by this. A young boy took my shoes and began to shine it for a few shillings. I have the woman calling me sir down the street, and she is always asking if she can do something for me in return for a wage. We are in dire straits now, truly. Fire broke out on one of the buildings to my left. It was devastating. I saved a few lovely souls, but not all. Some of them I brought to the Thames to wash from them the soot. I organised it all, and many had gratitude. If only it would get better. So here it is. Another day under the sun and on this blessed earth.
You're gonna sing a song.
Mm-hmm. Evening showers, daytime liars. Took a trip to London's criers. Sat real still and took a pill. And now I'm on the ground with the daffodils, that's the one. Tell me more. Where is the door to higher regions where I can explore? It is too dark, it's too dense. I can't find release from this place of stress. Humans living door by door. Can you tell me what lives on the 8th floor? I cry all night, I don't work all day. They all say, for such little pay, it'll get better, it'll be fine. Let's continue to focus on the divine. La 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 la. Here we go again. La 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 la. This is the end. That was quite punk, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Hang on.
It had a whole different sound to it today, but it kind of goes with your
Yes, an energy.
your attitude that you
There's an energy going. There's definitely an energy going.
A little bit of anarchy against the system, and there's a little bit of politically incorrectness.
Yeah,
No profanity yet. But,
no. I'm.
All right.
So, shall we play the other tune while I get a better version of the other one?
Yes. Okay. The other.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'll see the other, and
which one is so the one you're going to play is
this one is called it's in Welsh. It's called the Bronior Stomp. In front of a live audience.
Mm-hmm.
In Earl's Court. Would you believe?
Yep. And there's Led Zeppelin, and we're back. Jessica.
All right. Thank you, JP. And I just want to say that we have Peter the Insider with us today, and we're going to have, I really want everyone to listen to this. This is Project Surrogate that we're going to be talking about. I have had some personal experiences and memories of Project Surrogate. I tried to figure this out for years, and now I understand it. And many of the clients that have come to me have gone through this Project Surrogate, and it blows you away, some of the stuff that's happened. I mean, I've even talked to someone that had over 20 times that they've gone through and looped, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So Peter, welcome, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Am I okay with my connection? I don't know if it's
You're
okay.
sounding great, Peter.
Yes.
You sounded great.
Yeah, everyone can hear you, and so this is the third time you've been on my show recently, and everyone knows that you're working with the ACIO, and so you have another project. We're going to focus on this one project today because of the problems that it's causing, called the Project Surrogate. How do you want to start, and just go ahead and tell us what you know?
Yeah, technically that's a problem because it's extremely complicated to, how can I say that? It's like, I don't know where should I start from, because it's like, in ACIO, we figured out, through the years, not through the years, through the decades, of years that it's, outer dimensional, and, it's from 12th, 9th, 12th, and 16th dimension. So, and they created this bridge or tunnel. I don't know how can I call it, because we are using different names for the same thing, same stuff, yeah. And we in ACIO, and the problem is that they are kidnapping people. They are kidnapping people, and they are doing, doing crazy stuff to them, and they are making, how can I call it, like, biorobots from them, it's like, holy crap. And, for example, some people, they were born as people, and they made crossbreeds and hybrids from them. It's crazy, I was like, oh, no way, this is impossible. Once someone was born as a human, or I don't know, any other kind of intelligent race, he or she will be raised like that, raised and die like that. No. They made possible something what was considered by us as total impossible. It's like, holy crap, this is some scene, some situation from sci-fi movie. No, they did that, respectively. They are able to do that, and to many people, a lot of suffering and pain, it was crazy.
Now tell Peter, we had once talked about these German scientists. I believe they're German scientists from the Nazi Party.
Definitely.
Wilhelm and Rudolf.
Wilhelm and Rudolf Technitzka in German language. I don't know how can I correctly spell it in English language, because it's Wernitzka in German language, but I don't know how can I spell it correctly, to be honest. Yeah, they are extremely bad guys, because technically during before and during Second World War in Nazi period, there were two basic groups of people, right? First one, Nazi fanatics. I mean, really, real deal fools. I mean, crazy people, who believed in that, really believed in this crazy ideology, philosophy. And another one who was good people, threatened that they will kill them or their family or their families or something like that, and they were forced to join. And problem is that these Vernitska brothers are from the first group, so they really believe to this eugenics and all kind of this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This hybriding, crossbreeding, and all kind of this stuff. They are real deal fools. Yeah, you are right.
Okay, so they started it. Now, do you think that they actually put themselves into timelines and started experimenting that way?
From my point of view, I don't think so. I am highly sure that it's true.
Okay, but it's possible.
No. Once again, I'm not thinking. I'm not believe. I'm hella sure about that. 100%, 1,000,000%.
100%. Are they making themselves look like maybe experiencing life like an average person, as a military person, maybe as a politician, a world leader? Could they be doing that?
No. As absolutely average person, I mean, I don't know, like postman, electrician. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like normal people.
Yeah.
For example, mechanic. I mean, like in car service or something like that. Normal people, absolutely average people.
Rock stars, nothing like that. No, nothing special.
I mean, yes, but I mean, nothing extremely special. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Nothing where they really stand out. Nothing really that they stand out that they can be traced back.
Yeah. They are like, how can I say that? It's a very good phrase in English language. They love to have low profile.
Okay. And what about this guy Kraus? And is he involved? The one that I heard his name and I talked to James Rink about it.
Yeah. Technically, he's technical director of the project Surrogate. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I got his name and we saw him there participating. All right, so you have Wilhelm and Rudolph, who are kind of bringing in innocent people who thought they were part of a project similar to that hockey star that was James Rink. But maybe we shouldn't bring up James Rink because he's not here. But they say
yes,
that
you are right because it was like help me, Sidney Crosby and Ovechkin, hybrid, something like that. Respectively, no. Technically, it was vice versa. Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin, they were clone of this of this fetus. With this fetus with a talent for hockey. I mean ice hockey, right? They are fetuses for practically everything. For example, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, they were made from fetus with talent for tennis, playing tennis, for example, right? Mm-hmm. This is crazy, but it is like that.
Peter.
It's absolutely...
Peter, can I ask a specific...
crazy. Sorry?
Can I ask a specific? Miley Cyrus and Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because are they part of this project? Are they the product of this corporation?
Of course. And they are like, how can I say that? You can see that they're, how can I say that?
They're like interchangeable almost, aren't they?
I don't want to say it's inappropriate behavior, but it's very specific behavior. And it is like, no, it's because, it's because they are famous and they are, I mean, they started career, way too young and to handle it and all kind of this stuff. No. it's specific, how can I say that, mindset that they studied careers, extremely low, young age, right? And, how can I say that, it triggered some behaving patterns.
Do
you
they
know what
get
I'm
a
trying
book?
to say?
Yeah. Do they get a little code book? The parents.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What does it look like?
Exactly.
Do you know what it's called? Because, people can do searches. What we're looking for is things that people can really oh wow, that's true. How can people find this? Because this is a little, go on.
This book is it's small, it's it's like you have A4, normal big letter, A4 format, and there is half of it. And there is half of it what is like A5, something like that.
All right, so A5 booklet, yeah.
If you put I5, yeah. If you put it in search in Google search on Yahoo, you will see it. So I don't want to say it's the same, but very similar. It's in white brown skin from not skin wrap.
Cover.
Letter from cover from, I don't know, it was from crocodile, something like that.
The book cover.
And there are the book cover is from crocodile skin. Very interesting because it's from part of Africa where crocodiles are extremely rare, right? So this is the reason why the color is so specific. And there is written, but I need to say it this way, the recipe, how you can manage DNA string in order to create all these fetuses, respectively all this kind of fetuses. For example, there are fetuses for extremely intelligent people. Scientists, like what Einstein was, Feynman, Richard Feynman,
This is the whole eugenics book.
Exactly. But you need to realize that many people who are listening, or maybe who will be who are listening right now, maybe who will be listening to this from archive, they will be like, holy crap, what this man is talking about. It's impossible, because Einstein was born way far away. Way far, before
in the past.
Nazis came to the power. No. Once again, people. These people, Nazis, was able to move through the timeline. So they can go to future, but to the past either, This is it.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. And they can do crazy
So here we are, Peter. I just want to bust in here because, Jess, we thought about it, a couple of years ago. It was like, time traveling Nazis, isn't it a bit strange?
Yeah.
And here we are.
I saw them.
Yeah,
I saw them
you
in
saw
New York City.
Coming out New York.
And I said, JP, I've seen Nazis in New York City, and you said time traveling Nazis. And I said, absolutely. And I keep, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's true.
So now the whole. There's also another one of question is James Casbolt supposedly, I don't know if this is true, but Supreme Rockefeller, is he genetically connected to James Casbolt?
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it specifically.
Okay, yeah.
But that's true.
Okay,
yeah.
All right, so you have these two brothers, Rudolf and Wilhelm. They get into eugenics. Now they're used by the Nazi Party to start exploring and experiencing, and then they start sending people, even in themselves, into the timelines. And I believe I was a part of it because I remember it in the Vril that somehow at some point I get hooked in. Is that correct, Peter, that you have a record of that, or do you not have a record of it?
Yeah, no, I absolutely have. That's true.
Okay. Do you have any idea of where they sent me and what I did?
Yeah, into 12th dimension. Did I tell it to you or not? I don't know.
No.
Maybe
No, it's okay. You can say whatever.
Maybe
you
not.
can say whatever you want to share right now. I'll let them.
Because they send it to you. They send it you to 12th dimension because technically they are not okay with. They are not okay with. With their actual creators, if you wanna call it that way, and they wanna to change their roots, if you wanna call it that way. That's so crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. So what was my purpose there then?
To influence powerful people here. Sorry.
On the 12D? And the 12D,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people, not good, not just quite a good term, powerful entities. I mean, not powerful as a powerful, but with, how can I say that, in charge. Who were in charge. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like politicians and all kind of this entities.
Was I successful in helping them?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense how I'm able to access 12T. So, was there anything else that I should know, or where they sent me from the surrogate program?
No, I mean, like, at least not now.
Okay. All right. So, if you want to continue talking and sharing some of the things that regarding the surrogate program that maybe the people need to understand, or if you want to tell a story about it to help people better understand, my idea.
It's absolutely crazy because, for example, they killed my wife on purpose. You know.
Yeah, that's horrible. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, in May 5th, this year. And they sent it new, woman to me. And, technically they made her my girlfriend. How can I say that? I mean, there is logical explanation for, the term, they made. I knew her for 14 years before, right? It's extremely crazy because, like, because we were like yes or no. It was like not how can I say that? It wasn't so like, let's be together stuff, let's be together situation, no. But we were like, okay, why the hell not? Let's try it. But problem was that we were not as, boyfriend, girlfriend, in boyfriend-girlfriend system. We were just living in one house, not sleeping in one bedroom. Problem was that once she left. She packed her stuff and she left. Believe me, people or not, everything were nuts. I opened my house, and a hallway was turned upside down. The ceiling fan and the ceiling lamp was on the floor, and the floor was on the ceiling. And I was like, holy crap, are you serious? I opened another room, and it was not this upside down, but 90 degrees to right. Another room, 19 degrees to left. I was like, holy crap, are you serious?
Wow.
What the heck is that? Believe me, people or not, once she parked her car in front of a garage. She opened the trunk, the luggage space, and she began to bring her stuff back to my house. Everything was perfectly normal. I was like, okay, maybe it's this house, no problem. I mean, I'm here right here right now in Sydney, Australia, in New South Wales. Okay, no problem. Let's move to Malibu in not so far away. Technically, it's like part of Los Angeles in California, in US. Absolutely the same situation. Absolutely. I went to Melbourne, to my friend's house, Melbourne in Australia. Same situation, you know. I was like in Miami, in Florida. Same situation. Few cities in, friends' houses and flats in few cities in Europe. Absolutely the same situation. So I was like, holy crap, what should I do? I can't sleep. I can't stay homeless. I can't stay homeless. It was crazy. So they forced us to be together. It's crazy. So this is the explanation to the term they made us be together. It's crazy.
And this was the surrogate program? That was a surrogate program that required it.
Definitely, yes.
They decided that she should be your mate, and that was it.
Yeah, exactly. But so this is the explanation for the term they made us, or maybe they forced us to be together. I mean, I don't want to say I don't like her and she don't like me. No, it's not like that. But it was like, holy crap, you know.
Yeah.
So, Peter.
Go ahead.
Are you yourself a product of one of these programs?
No, but she is.
And was it you or her that was causing the dimensional destabilizations?
No. Once she moved out of house when I was settled, everything was crazy. The space was like, you know, screwed, twisted.
So this woman can twist space and time when she leaves it. Yeah?
No. It was they forced her how can I say that, power field to do that. And believe me or not, the bedroom was turned 90 degrees. 90 degrees left. I opened the battery and water was floating from left to right. I was like, holy crap, there is no gravity, are you serious? But how can I stand here once there's no gravity for this water? It was holy crap. I was like, that's no way, it's no-go situation. And despite of it, it was like that. It was absolutely crazy. No,
you see, sometimes you say things are crazy, but we don't know what level of crazy we're talking about here. This sounds like professional level crazy. So hang on a second.
Yes,
I still don't quite get this. I don't know if it's me, but you've got this girlfriend who you can't let go. I mean, she has to be around you, or everything goes squirrely. Yeah. And is it you that's making things squirrely because you drive around in TR7s or TR3s?
No. Once again, once she left me, everything went crazy. Not left
the alignment.
Me, I mean, it is like not left me physically from some sort of distance. No, but I mean, once I am settled in some house or flat or something like that, apartment, doesn't matter. And once she have her stuff not with my stuff, everything is total bad. It's like, holy crap, no, everything is crazy.
So when you say the
and
term,
as you, and
when you say the term, she turned my world upside down, I mean, you mean it.
I mean, literally.
Literally. Yeah.
yeah, literally. Literally.
Wow.
All right. Okay. So when Peter says things are crazy today,
I'm yes.
so does this mean that you and she have to be living in a close proximity to each other, or
Yes.
do you actually have to live? Actually have to touch. Is there some sort of chemical implant that you have that, without her? It's like one of those poisons that they give you that you have to every week take the antidote, otherwise you're going to die. Is it that sort of level?
Sorry?
I don't think so.
No,
JP.
obviously not.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
you mean
there's
No
a lot.
implants, right?
No.
Peter, there's no
Technically,
implant.
she's not a human,
Yeah. Okay.
Once again, she is not a human. She's not a human. Once again,
Now, is this
she
a-
can
is
do
this a
crazy stuff,
surrogate?
and she's
Yeah. Is this part of this? This is part of the surrogate program. So they aligned you with a person that's
Definitely,
not a human. All right. They didn't do that with me, did they?
nope. Once again, she
Right.
can do crazy things, and she's extremely
Thank you.
like how can I say that? Upset about that because she's doing it against her will,
Yeah. I have a question from the
But
chat room.
this is it. So this is it. You nailed it, JP. That this is some real deal professional level of craziness. Sorry.
Professional, yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead.
I have someone from the chat room, Nick Rhodes, ask, can you ask if people can be in the program without knowing?
Definitely yes. But that's a problem because how can I say that? It is like incubation time. It is like once you get got infected, and there can be, I don't know, months, years, literally decades. You are not activated, and there is practically zero chance to find out if you are or not infected. So it started like that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from moment to moment, from moment to moment, from second to second, and it's like, holy crap, are you serious? I'm not a human, or I've got some extraordinary abilities or something like that, and that's a problem. That's a problem.
Okay.
So basically,
definitely yes. You can be part of the project surrogate without knowing it. Definitely yes.
all right. So
The process of, okay. Let me just ask this real quick.
Go on.
The
It's your
process
show.
of, so, well, ours, I could say, but the process of the surrogate program is that the soul enters multiple lifetimes, even like overlapping, like you're alive and you're living in one town and you could be living in another country somewhere else at the same time. Is that correct? Is that my understanding of Project Surrogate?
Definitely yes. You can do, how can I say that, not by location, but multiple location, and you can also do multiple receiving of realities and how can I say that, multiple consciousness level. It is like spying on ghost network without knowing it, and in some weird moment you will simply like that and you will be able to remember. And I was like, holy crap, what the heck is going on with me? And you will be like, I am Superman, I am Superwoman. I mean, literally, right? But that's the problem. You will not able to control it. It will be totally out of control of your will, of your choices. You know, it will be crazy.
Yeah. Well, you told me that I was in Australia at one time, but I had never gone there on a plane. So I don't know if is that the same thing?
Yes, because you teleported to Melbourne.
Yeah, and I had some problems there or something, you said.
Yes, but this is the same as my girlfriend, because I was here in my house in Sydney, Skyping with her in Malibu. My bad. It was in San Francisco. Not in San Francisco. In Silicon Valley, but technically it's the San Francisco area. Doesn't matter. I hang up the call, and in 4 minutes she stood behind my back. I was totally scared. I was like, holy shit, what the heck is going on? And it wasn't like, it was like 3-4 minutes, something like that. It was crazy. And this happened, I don't know, multiple times. Yeah, this is it.
But she didn't know how she did it.
That's the stuff. She did it for her will. I mean, on purpose. Yes, definitely yes. But most stuff she's doing, she can't control them. For example, I need to be very kind and polite to her, because it is not. How can I say that? It's not argument. It is like, you know, you have different opinion as I have, you know, and it's like normal discussion, normal debate. And she get excited, just a little bit, and in a quarter mile, everything what is not solidly put to the ground will levitate. I mean, like 1 yard or over the ground, and start slowly spinning, including really heavy cars, including trucks or something like that. And I was like, holy crap. This is a real deal situation.
She brings in like she has like an anti-gravity field that's around
something
her at all
like
times. Yeah.
Something like that.
So they altered her in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was like, holy crap, this.
So do you kind of have to be on her good side all the time?
Yeah.
And you basically have to keep her happy, yeah. Because that's like a trap.
This is my friend, this is the problem. She doesn't wanna do it, okay? But once she is upset or happy, or how can I say that? This is the correct term in English language. Once she is out of comfort zone via emotions or fear or hatred or something like that, something extremely crazy, I mean really crazy like that happened. You know, she can't control it. It's side effect, you know.
So she can't experience any extremes of emotion without twisting the world around her. Weird.
If you want to say it that way, yes, you are right.
So this is kind of, and so basically what you're talking about is this Project Surrogate, or the Surrogate Corporation. It's probably got some other name.
No. Project Surrogate. Surrogate.
So it's and it's still under the project. It's not it's not a Quango corporation.
This is it. It is a corporation, but it's the problem. How do you want to define corporation in the 12th dimension? That's a problem, my friend. Real deal problem. But how can I say that? Let's define it as secret society with their own agenda. Secret society as are Freemasons, Illuminati or Zionists or Rotarians. You don't want to know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
something
or
like
the
that.
Thule Society, or the Brill Society.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
Rosicrucian, yes. So,
Yes.
and so basically, so what we're talking about is what we would, they used to use these words, designer babies is a reality, and it's much more than whether you can choose the color of their skin or hair. Is that what we're going to? You can,
you are absolutely,
is there a kind of
right.
menu where you can say, well, I'd like one that would be really good at music and have perfect pitch and blah, blah, blah.
That's the problem. For example, that you are right. And from my point of view, it's absolutely crazy because, for example, my girlfriend has extremely high IQ. It is like, because IQ you can measure to 160. There is no more than 160. You can only guess more than 160. So they are guessing like 180, maybe 190, right? But she's extremely low on EQ, I mean emotional quotient. So it's extremely hard for her to understand emotions, to get like what are you trying to say, and humor, irony, sarcasm, and all kind of this stuff. It's like, she can be like, huh? What are you talking to me? And do you know what I'm trying to say? What are you talking about? It's all kind of this stuff. And she has also this syndrome. It's like, how can I... psychiatrists are calling it lightweight autism. It's Asperger's syndrome.
Oh, I see. High functioning, they call it. Yeah. I think we, on some level.
Lightweight autism or a high functioning autism. It's like F84.5, like that.
So,
the number of diagnoses.
All right,
So she
Peter,
can't lie.
I mean,
She can't lie. So, for example, I need to tell it, okay? Once she wanna sex, no romantics, no nothing. She's like, I'm horny. Let's have a sex, and it is it, Or you are asking something to her, and she's not. I don't wanna say not tactic, but she's telling. How can I say that? The truth in a very bad way. And people are, like, disgusted. This is disgusting. I don't want to say, to hear it this way. And she was like, you want to hear what? Lie or truth? And this is it. No emotions. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I've had girlfriends a bit like that.
What?
He said he had girlfriends like that before.
I'm sure she's on the file. Check her out.
But this is it. And it's extremely complicated to communicate. Not for me, but she can make a very complicated and embarrassing situations in society, because people don't know how to deal with this kind of diagnosis.
Socially awkward probably doesn't go anywhere towards what you're experiencing. It does sound like that it's like a control system, because you personally, Peter, have to behave in a way that is like really square and dull in order to not excite her in some way. And you're quite an excitable person, and you like to joke around and banter around and dance around and stuff, and that probably triggers her into this experience. So that's a way of controlling you, isn't it?
Yeah, you are right, because she's like, why are you doing? She's like, why are you doing that, or something like that. Or we were at in front of library, and she are using these watches with binary time,
Yeah, digital watch.
She was like, digital watches with binary time. And she was like, okay, library will be open in 47 minutes, 25 seconds, 24 seconds, 22 seconds, 20 more seconds, 20 seconds. Hey, stop! And she was like, okay. It was crazy.
Yeah, but you know 10-year-old kids who do that kind of thing. You know, there's a certain,
Yes.
it's a certain thing. Bless. Do you ever watch the TV series People of Earth?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
But I'm thinking about another. Big Bang Theory, the Sheldon Cooper.
Oh, right. Yeah, like that.
He's very...
Yeah. He's Asperger's definitely for that sort of thing. So anyway, apart from these, creating maybe, and they could possibly sort of create a custom girlfriend that would trigger you in exactly the right way to cause you to behave in a evolutionary way. To stop you being creative and spontaneous and joyful and happy, but to keep you in a kind of slightly leaden, sluggish kind of mind, so that you don't become the inspiration that you would become. How about that?
Yes, you are right. Because it can cause crazy situations, believe me.
Time traveling Nazis. That's the worst thing you can do is give them time travel. Yeah. Who gave them time travel?
Anyway. Peter, so are there a lot of people like that, your girlfriend out there right now? I mean, or just they're experimenting and doing it?
Problem. Many people.
Okay, so maybe that's why our world's getting a little bit more callous and insensitive.
I'm talking about hundreds of thousands, maybe millions all around the world.
But not to the extreme where they carry that magnetic field like she does.
Because she can see them. She's doing it. Oh. She was like, she have seizure, and believe me or not, she was hovering. I mean, like levitating. And I was like, holy crap, what are you doing? And she was like, shh, I am trying to concentrate. What are you seeing? And believe me or not, she made like, how can I say, like fist. She opened the fist, and there was a bubble of energy. It was like this plasma. Do you know what I mean? This plasma in the ball. And she opened it and get her pointing finger to, because we are using these OLED. There was plasma, there was LED, and we are using organic OLED TV, you know. And the TV wasn't turned off or turned on. It was turned off. Definitely, for sure, because there was no it wasn't in electricity, you know. And on the screen, they were map of the world. And can you see that? And her eyes was closed. And I was like, holy crap, what is this? And there was these dots. And these dots were people all around the world. And I was able to see also called Ghost Network. It was crazy, you know?
But they're not as extreme as she is. I mean, they don't have the powers and abilities to move cars. And
no, you are not. You are not right. You are not right. They've got another kind of powers, another sort of abilities, and all kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
This is it. Mm-hmm. This is it. And the best stuff of the best, you know, all of them were activated at the same time. Also, of course, for purpose, for reason.
All right. Well, what's the reason?
That's the problem. We don't know. They want something, but we don't know what.
I have a question from the chat room from Cafe Racer 88. So if these guys called Rudolph and Wilhelm are behind it, what is their idea to start this project? or were they instructed to do so? If so, by who?
That was the stuff because they wanna create the, in German language is Übermenschen, what's like, how can I say that, the higher people. Über
Yeah,
is like
a super show. What we're talking
over.
about, a Superman. Übermensch is
Superman, yeah,
Superman.
but at first, it should be clean race, also called clean race in German language, Herrenvolk. What means like typical Nordic people, like from 107. Oh crap! You are not familiar with centimeters. That's a problem.
It's okay. You can say it. Some people.
Say what
we
you
have
like.
a lot of European people here.
Some people will translate in the comments.
Okay. So women, 100 from 170 to 180 centimeters, and the men, from 80 to 95 centimeters, so really tall people, blonde respectively, red hair, maybe very, very light brown hair, blue or green eyes, or maybe blue-green eyes, I mean mixed eyes, pale skin, I mean, how can I say that, very white toned skin. So, I mean like people in Scandinavia, something like that. Mm-hmm. So this was their, I mean, German idea of perfect people. But only, how can I say that? This was only for, for looks, for appearance. And of course, they should have different sort of talents. Talents, I mean like, being good at science, at art, at musicians, at painting, at I don't know, in engineering and all kind of this stuff, This is the reason of these fetuses. I mean, once they were scientists, they were writers, they were, I don't know, sportsmen, or you know what I'm trying to say. They are actors,
famous
all kind
people.
of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so you can take
or talented people.
Yeah. So let's say you can take these, you buy these fetuses that are presumably frozen in some deep freeze somewhere, and they thaw them out gently, and then you inject them into a surrogate mother, probably why it's called surrogate, and then when the baby pops out, or maybe the baby is taken out of the womb early and then reconditioned and other programs applied to it. Is that the sort of thing? I mean, it's the completely heartless thing. I'm just tracking this with my heart and my soul.
No,
and
you are
absolutely awful.
Once again, you are absolutely right. So I'm just trying to say it in help me, imperial measurements. So I mean, tall from women tall from like 5'6" to 5'11" or maybe 6 feet, and men from 6 feet to 6 feet 5. So really tall people. I'm just telling it, okay?
Okay.
Just do you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm 5'6". So, anyhow, one of the question Cafe Racer asks again, who wants to create these Übermenschen?
Nazis, but technically it's not true that Nazis wanna create them, because Nazis were phenotized by Nordics. Nordics are hybrids of many, it's like more than 60 races or alien races, hybrids and crossbreeds, and they have this foolish idea that they are most, how can I say that, perfect a race, and technically, once again, they are not a race. They are only hybrid, some sort of hybridization product, and they wanna make them something supreme, something special, some outstanding in some weird way. You know what I mean? This is it. And they created, do you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah. So it started off with Rudolf and Wilhelm, and then the Nordics got involved, and then did they continue to force them?
No.
To
Once
do
again,
more projects?
it was It was vice versa. Nordics fanatized Nazis, and Nazis, I mean, Rudolf and Wilhelm Wernicke's were Nazi scientists in order to be specific Nazi doctors, I mean medical doctors, and they started Project Surrogate.
Right.
Were they paperclip boys? Did they start this in America?
I know what
No.
I know. No. Once again, they joined the paperclip. No. Big mistake.
They joined the Nazis?
They give me a sec. They made exact perfect clones of them, and they joined Project Paperclip. And they made extremely complicated and specific, deeply implanted connection on the soul, on a mental level, and they shared the consciousness, so they can interchange the word. Help me. The wisdom of what they get from in USA and what they get in another parallel realities and dimensions and all kind of this stuff.
Holy crap! These guys are evil geniuses, are they not? I mean, these are achievements that are incredible achievements in terms of the understanding of the soul and how it connects with the body, but they're just effing around with it. Oh.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Absolutely
and all the innocent people involved that aren't aware of it. And they were selected. How were they selected? Just because they're talented, their abilities, their appearance?
Yes. You are absolutely right. It was like, how can I say that? They wanna make some fetus for, I don't know, specific kind of talents. For example, they were be like few sports. I don't know, few sports, they have something common together. Okay, no problem. And they are listing in DNA profiles because they have a huge database. And not only, once again, not only in human DNA profiles. No. In hybrids, crossbreeds, and all kind of extraterrestrials DNA profiles. And once they find perfect match, 100%, they just they have specific team. I mean, the team of very well trained soldiers. I mean, not teams. A few teams with only one task: get all the samples of DNA, and another team of scientists. They are doing this genetic. Eugenic magic, as they like to call it, you know. And then, fetus is fetus. It's right here, right there, and they can make clones. For example, very famous. I don't know. It's not so common in US. But in Europe and in UK, it's very common. Very talented drivers. It was Formula One drivers. It was Niki Lauda. It was Alan Prost. It was Ayrton Senna, who died 1994. It was Michael Schumacher, it's Sebastian Vettel, it's Lewis Hamilton, all of them were created from one fetus, believe me or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does that also include the Stig?
Who? Sorry?
The Stig he was a mysterious racing driver who used to test drive cars for a particular TV show. Never mind.
Yeah. You are right. Yes.
Because he was in disguise. He always wore a helmet and but basically these guys don't look like anything, do they? They're just like that, a bit like Casbolt and Max Spears. They're kind of handsome young men, but they don't look like anything.
No. Once again, no, my friend. I am talking about talent, okay? Talent for racing. And this is what I'm trying to...
Oh yeah, talent, but but you're talking about like being able to be just ordinary looking, but have hidden talents, which...
No. Once again, I'm talking about, for example, people having talent in something special. For example, tennis player or football player. Football in US it is soccer, right? European football.
In the UK, it's for soccer, yeah.
Yeah, soccer. In UK and US. Yes. This is it. And there are these fetuses. But I'm just trying to say, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Help me, Beatles and Rolling Stones. Like Guns N' Roses and many of these people, they were made from one fetus, It's crazy. Or Pink Floyd, for example. I know for sure. Pink Floyd.
They were made from a fetus. The guys from Pink Floyd.
I don't want to say from one specific fetus, but from this kind of fetuses, they were good for for singing or for playing at guitars, drums, and all kind of this stuff. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's very interesting, because I was talking with a musician friend the other day about Dave Gilmour, the guitar player for Pink Floyd, and he says he can't speak. He doesn't speak. He can only play guitar. I mean, literally, he doesn't speak to his wife or anyone. He doesn't give interviews because he can't speak. And he can only play guitar.
My friend, that's the truth, because he don't need to speak. His how can I say that? His way of speaking, if you want to say it that way, of telling people the story, is he just put the guitar in, play to the guitar. This is it. Bam.
Yep.
This is it. So this crazy stuff, all this crazy stuff is Project Surrogate. We can talk hours, we can talk days about this project.
So this has been going on, and this has been the whole psyop pulled over our eyes in order to stop us from what exactly? And
from humanity being supreme.
Okay, so now let's pull all that out of the way. What do we get? How do we pull all the matrix plugs and needles out of us? How do we deal with this crap?
Yeah. You need to use iodide tablets.
What tablets?
Iodine or iodide?
Iodine. I mean, iodine, the tablets, when...
Potassium iodide.
No, give me a sec. Iodine when, for example, when there is some catastrophe in a nuclear power plant,
All right, the radiation pills. Potassium iodide, yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe iodated salt, highly iodated salt.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you can get salt with potassium iodide as well in it. So what about this stuff called Lugols as well?
100 gram of iodated salt, highly iodated salt, includes 15 micrograms of pure iodium, right? So the how can I say that? The correct daily doses of it, it's 30. So it's like 200 grams in grams, right? And especially in this situation when these two projects, Monarch and Montauk, was started in Central Europe and all over the Northern America, so I mean like US and Canada. So in order people not to get crazy, you need definitely use these tablets. Or tablets or this salt.
What about Lugol's? I have a bottle.
Lugol, yes.
You paint it on your skin,
can,
it absorbs through your skin.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I tried, just like an idiot one day. Because idiots haven't got enough thyroid, so, but anyway, just like an idiot one day, I thought, oh, how do you take this stuff? I'll drop some under my tongue. Oh, that was a mistake. Don't do that. Man, it burns like fire. Anyway, so yeah, don't do that. I'll probably kill, I've probably destroyed myself.
So this is, how can I say that? These three ways you can, protect yourself against these projects. They were, studied in, July 17th this year. And of course you can I don't want to say put out of the matrix because it's not so easy, but you definitely will receive information and see the world in how can I say that, in new contexts. They were hidden from your eyes before. This is it.
All right, so there's no way out other than taking the iodine. If a person doesn't want to be a part of this.
No, definitely not.
And what about Rudolf and Wilhelm? Where are they right now? Does anyone know?
Now, I know. They are in 12th dimension, but it doesn't matter because once again, they have this how can I say that, shared consciousness, so they can see whatever they want.
Is that the reason why I'm connecting with them?
They have these also called neuro agents, so it's literally very similar to how can I say that, to way of operating of Agent Smith in the Matrix movie, that they can how can I say that, they can hijack and turn to their way. Every single one. They can
hijack a soul, you mean? Like a person, they can get into their...
Yeah, exactly. To their control, yes. Mm-hmm.
Is that what, am I connecting with them because I'm on 12D with them?
Yes, so technically it's not a good idea to mess around with them because they can hijack you and misuse yourself against your will. And I'm hella serious.
We have to go.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you very much.
So the show's over. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter. It was a pleasure having you on the show, and as always, we get some good information. Thank you, JP, for helping with the voices. We love you all. Thank you for listening to chat. Sorry if you're unnerved. We do have Zoom room now, so join us. Chaz will put it in the chat room. See you in 2 weeks.
Good night, Jess. Good night, Peter.
Good night.